Have you ever pondered over the journey of life and its vastness? It's a thought-provoking question, isn't it? Life is a journey, a voyage filled with twists and turns, highs and lows. And much like any journey, it can seem intimidatingly long. But let's pause for a moment and consider this. Every journey, no matter how vast, is composed of individual steps. Each step is a moment, a choice, a decision that propels us forward. Think of the longest journey you can imagine, 1,000 miles perhaps? At first glance it seems insurmountable, but break it down and you'll find it's just a series of single steps, one after the other. Every monumental task, every epic journey, all start the same way, with one small, manageable step. So remember, when you gaze upon the vast journey of life, don't be daunted. The journey of 1,000 miles indeed begins with a single step. Imagine a man standing at the base of a gigantic mountain, looking up at its peak that vanishes into the clouds. His eyes filled with a mix of awe and trepidation, survey the vast expanse of the rocky terrain that lay ahead. The peak, shrouded in a cloak of mist, whispers tales of the countless who had dared to conquer it, and whispers of those who had faltered. This man, let's call him John, was an ordinary individual, not a seasoned mountaineer, nor a fearless adventurer. He was just a man with a dream to conquer the mountain, a dream that seemed as colossal as the mountain itself. The enormity of the task before him was overwhelming, daunting enough to make even the bravest hearts flutter. John stood there, his heart pounding, his mind teeming with 1,000 questions. How can I, an ordinary man, scale this mountain? Am I biting off more than I can chew? Should I turn back? But then, amidst the cacophony of doubts, a quiet voice within him whispered, "John, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." And in that moment, he realized the profound truth in those words. He understood that the mountain wasn't to be conquered in a single stride, but inch by inch, step by step. With newfound courage, John squared his shoulders, took a deep breath and planted his foot forward. It was a small step, insignificant in the grand scheme of the journey, but monumental in its symbolism. It was a step of commitment, a step of courage, a step that said, "I am ready. I am willing to try." That single step was followed by another, then another, and soon he was on his way, inching closer towards his goal, one step at a time. The mountain, once a symbol of fear and impossibility, was now a testament to his courage and determination. And so he took that first step, a step that marked the beginning of his journey. What can we learn from this man and his mountain? As we delve deeper into the essence of this tale, we find that it's not just about the 1,000-mile journey or the mountain, it's about the man, his courage, and his decision to take that first step. The man, like many of us, faced a mountain that seemed insurmountable, a journey that felt impossible. But he chose to take a step, one single step, despite the fear and uncertainty. This man's journey is a mirror to our own lives. We all have our mountains to climb, our seas to cross, our miles to walk, and often it's the fear of the unknown, the fear of failure that holds us back. But remember, every journey, no matter how daunting, begins with that single step. That single step is the embodiment of courage. It's standing at the precipice of the unknown and choosing to move forward. It's the decision to face the challenges head-on, to not let fear dictate our actions. It's the willingness to take a risk, to embrace the possibility of failure as a stepping stone toward success. What does it take to embark on a journey of 1,000 miles? It takes courage. It takes determination. But most importantly, it takes that first step. That first step, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem, is the catalyst for change, for progress. It's the spark that ignites the flame of determination and sets us on our path. So, when you stand before your own mountain, when the journey seems too long, too hard, remember the man and his mountain. Remember his first step, and know that it's not about the size of the mountain or the length of the journey. It's about the courage to take that first step, to start the journey. Because in the end, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's about the lessons we learn, the strengths we discover, and the person we become along the way. It is the courage to start that matters. Opening, how does this apply to you? Now you might be wondering, how does this ancient wisdom translate into my everyday life? Well, let me tell you, it's more relevant than ever. Whether you're eyeing a promotion at work, yearning for a healthier lifestyle, striving for a more fulfilling relationship, or simply wanting to better yourself, the principle remains the same. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Consider your personal goals. Maybe you want to write a novel, or perhaps you've always dreamt of running a marathon. These are not small feats, they are indeed 1,000-mile journeys, but they all start the same way, with a single step. For the aspiring novelist, it might be sitting down to write the first sentence. For the future marathoner, it could be lacing up those running shoes for the first time. Think about your career ambitions. You might envision yourself in the corner office leading a team, making a difference. That's your 1,000-mile journey. And your first step? It could be taking on extra responsibilities, enrolling in a leadership course, or simply voicing your ambitions to your supervisor. Let's not forget about relationships. Whether it's a romantic partner, a family member, or a friend, relationships are a 1,000-mile journey in themselves. And the first step might be as simple as a heartfelt conversation, an apology, or an act of kindness. In the realm of self-improvement, the journey could be learning a new skill, adopting a positive mindset, or breaking a bad habit. Again, it all starts with a single step. It could be signing up for a class, reading a motivational book, or deciding to quit a detrimental habit. In all these aspects of life, the first step may seem insignificant in the grand scheme of things. But remember, it's the first step that sets the pace, that sparks the momentum. It's the first step that propels you towards your 1,000-mile journey. Closing. Remember, every 1,000-mile journey begins with a single step. So where do you stand today? Are you at the foot of a towering mountain, gazing up at the peak that seems to touch the heavens? Is there a challenge, a dream, a goal that you yearn to conquer, yet it feels so far, so unreachable? Every journey, every adventure, every aspiration begins with a single step. That first step, it's not just a physical motion. It's a commitment, a pledge to yourself that you are willing to embark on this journey, ready to face whatever comes your way. Think about the mountains you want to climb. They could be personal, like a health goal or a skill you want to master, or they could be professional, like starting a new business or aiming for a promotion. Maybe your mountain is a societal challenge, a cause you believe in, an injustice you want to fight. Whatever your mountain may be, remember, it's not about the size of the mountain, but the strength of the climber. It's about the courage to look up, to dream big, and the determination to take that first step. The journey of 1,000 miles may seem daunting, even overwhelming. But don't let the length of the journey intimidate you. Don't let the fear of failure deter you. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to doubt. What's not okay is to let those fears and doubts stop you from taking that first step. Because once you take that step, once you start moving, you are no longer at the starting point. You are on your way. With each step, the peak gets a little closer, the goal a little more attainable. And even if you stumble, even if you fall, remember, you've already accomplished something. You've started, you've taken that first step. And that, my friends, is often the hardest part. So look at your mountain, muster the courage, and take that first step. You are stronger than you think. You are braver than you believe. Take that first step and see how the journey unfolds. Let's revisit our initial question. What does it mean when we say, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step? We've traveled through the provocation, the fable, the lesson, the application, and the encouragement, all leading us to this moment. We've learned that every great journey, regardless of its magnitude, always starts small. It's about that initial spark, the courage to take the first step. It's about understanding that progress, no matter how slow, is still progress. We've seen how this concept applies in various aspects of life, be it personal growth, professional development, or a grand adventure. Remember, it's not about the destination, but the journey itself. It's about learning, growing, and evolving with every step you take. It's about embracing the unknown and finding joy in the journey. And above all, it's about taking that first step, no matter how daunting it may seem. So, are you ready to take that first step?